Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to the channel. You know it's your boy Anime King, and today I'm going to be giving you part 23 of What If Naruto Was an Otsutsuki. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share it to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out my second channel. I post a new episode of Naruto, the God of Shinobi, so go enjoy. And if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And also go ahead and check out my second channel, Anime King 2, and subscribe. So thank you all for your support and help. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intro. You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me. The last time we left off, Naruto went to stop the battle between Itachi and Sasuke when suddenly he felt a rush of pain as he passed out. When he regained consciousness after talking to Kurama, he saw that the battle was over. Black fire was everywhere and everything was destroyed as he saw Itachi's body on the ground and Sasuke's unconscious body right there. He tried to take Sasuke, but suddenly a masked man appeared, and after a little bit of 1-2, the masked man ended up vanishing with Sasuke as Naruto cursed his luck. He went back and helped his team as he faced off against Kisame, and Naruto used one of the ability of his new Rinnegan as he called down a meteor from the sky and slammed it right into Kisame's water bubble, popping the bubble and hit Kisame dead on, as Kisame had no chance of surviving that. After that was over, Naruto was met with two other Akatsuki members, Hidan and Kakazu, who came for the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki. As Naruto started to fight off against Hidan, quickly putting him in his place, Kakazu knew that he didn't have time to mess around, so he decided to go all out. So yeah, that was basically the last part we left off, but you guys can switch across the playlist and check out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Currently, Naruto was standing in front of Kakazu as he removed the 4 hearts from his back, as all of them possess a nature, wind, fire, water, and lightning. Currently, Hidan was on the ground. Naruto had stepped into his ankles in the last episode, and everyone heard the bones break as Hidan wasn't able to walk at the moment. Naruto was dodging attacks from left and right as the water was so dense. As it sliced right through rock, the fire burned so hot, while the lightning and the wind was going after Kakashi, who was currently dodging as well, while Kakazu just remained one place. Sakura saw this as she took this at her best opportunity. She jumped over the wall as she enhanced chakra into her punch. She rushed to Kakazu as she slammed her fist right into his chest, but Kakazu hardened himself as his whole body turned a dark color. Sakura realized that her fist didn't make any impact as she jumped back. Kakazu then stretched out his hand as he charged at her, with his hand extending towards her as it still had on the black metallic look, as he was intending to punch her right in the face. Sai quickly jumped in front of her with his blade as he stopped the attack. Kakazu put more force as he blew back Sai and Sakura as both of them hit into each other. With Naruto was dodging the fire and the water as he landed on the ground, and the two monsters were about 15 feet away from him. He then raised his hand in the air as a Shuriken Rasengan started to build. He then rushed forward with incredible speed as the first monster blasted the fire towards Naruto. The fire completely engulfed Naruto as the monsters thought that he was dead. They suddenly heard a noise behind them as they turned to see Naruto. As Naruto launched his Shuriken Rasengan, the water monster flies straight up in the air as the Shuriken Rasengan made contact with the fire monster. Naruto quickly arrived over the water monster's head, "Where do you think you're going?" said Naruto as he enhanced his kick with chakra and kicked the monster straight down as it slammed right into the Shuriken Rasengan. The Shuriken Rasengan then expanded as it ripped and disintegrated both monsters. Naruto then landed back on his feet as he rushed towards the others. He then rushed towards Kakashi to help Kakashi with his battle. When he arrived, he saw that Kakashi was only faced off against one, as Kakashi has destroyed the Lightning One. Suddenly, Naruto landed beside Kakashi as Kakashi turned to see his student, happy to know that Naruto was at his aid. The wind monster then delivered a big gust of wind that was tearing up everything in its path and rushing towards Naruto and Kakashi. The both of them vanished before the attack could make contact. Naruto then appeared beside the wind monster as he came in with a kick. The monster dodged as Naruto smiled. I was expecting that, as Naruto was at full face with the monster. I have you wide open, as Naruto created a Rasengan with his one hand and plummeted straight into the mass, destroying it. As Naruto looked over, he saw Kakazu walking up to Sakura and Sai. Naruto then rushed over there in incredible speed. Kakazu quickly ran through hand signs as he was about to do an earth attack to crush the two. But before he could finish, Naruto appeared in front of him and delivered a massive kick to his face as he was sent flying back as he crashed into the wall. "Kakazu, what are you doing? Are you going to let me right here to rot?" yelled out Hidan. "Shut up, Hidan. I can't do anything about your situation yet. All of them are on me." Suddenly, Hidan felt a presence as he looked up to see Kakashi standing in front of him with a lightning blade coursing off his palm. "I guess this is the end for you," said Kakashi. As Hidan was on his knees, "Bring it," he said. "I'll just chew your face off." Kakashi rushed forward as he used a lightning blade and tear off Hidan's head, decapitating him, as Hidan's body fell to the ground. Meanwhile, Kakazu pulled himself out of the wall. "Really impressive, kid. You guys managed to destroy 4 of my hearts. But it will all worth it, since you're wanted and there was a giant bounty on your head. After we extract the 9 tails out of you, I will go and collect that money. Now, let's end this," said Kakazu as he rushed forward. Naruto stood where he was as he wasn't moving. When Kakazu came in about 5 feet next to him, suddenly, the ground started to break as 2 earth hands came from the ground and grabbed onto Kakazu's leg. Then 2 others came and grabbed onto Kakazu's arm. "Oh, I didn't tell you. I can manipulate the earth, or any nature for that, without saying a word or waving any signs. Now it's time for you to die," said Naruto, as he held out his hand, as a Rasengan started to build, as it got larger and larger and larger. "Giant Rasengan," Naruto said. Suddenly, Kakazu's whole body started to tear apart, as he let out the threads. Threads pulled out of his mouth like hair, and his whole body started to rip up, as he went into his final form. He was strong enough to break right through the earth holding, as he jumped back a distance away from Naruto. "So, you're going all out," said Naruto. "I guess I'll show you a glimpse of my real power." As Naruto activated his Rinnegan, Naruto rushed at Kakazu with incredible speed. Kakazu was caught off guard by the incredible speed as Naruto appeared in front of him. Naruto delivered a massive uppercut, sending Kakazu flying in the air. He had no chance. Naruto then vanished as he appeared above Kakazu, as he kicked Kakazu right in the head as Kakazu came down like a missile as he slammed right in the ground, creating a crater. As both Sai and Sakura stood their distance as they watched the battle, as Kakashi had his one eye open wide, Naruto was taking on a S-rank criminal of the Akatsuki like he was nothing. How much power does Naruto possess now? Naruto then landed right in front of Kakazu. Kakazu raised his head out of the crater as Naruto kicked him in the face, sending him flying back as he slammed right into the wall. As Sakura was watching the whole ordeal, she realized how cold Naruto is, even though Kakazu was an enemy. Before Naruto went missing for those years, he never used to act this way. He was always laughing and smiling, But now whenever he's in a battle, he becomes a monster. As Naruto grabbed Kakazu and started to beat his face in the wall, Naruto punched him so much that Kakazu's back break right through the wall. Naruto then jumped back as he charged two giant Rasengan in his hand. He ran towards Kakazu. "Rasengan Barrage," he said as he slammed them inside of Kakazu's stomach. He wasn't finished there. Naruto summoned three clones. The clones hold on to Kakazu and throw him straight up in the air. Naruto held out his hand as he started to build the Rasen Shuriken. As Naruto was pumping chakra into it, Naruto felt something strange. As he kept on pumping chakra, the shuriken started to turn red, blood red. As Naruto didn't really notice, but he felt something. He then threw it. It then made contact with Kakazu. As the attack just sinked away inside of Kakazu's body. As Naruto had his Rinnegan on, he didn't understand what was happening. "Is this another power?" he said. Kakazu then fell to the ground, as he was barely moving and twitching after the Rasengan barrage. But he struggled as he tried to pull himself back up to his feet, but he couldn't. Suddenly, Kakazu looked at his hand as his hand started to disintegrate. "What is going on? What is this?" Kakazu screamed out. As Kakashi wondered, as Sakura looked over as she saw the whole man's body started to disintegrate, as it just started to turn into dust, as Sai was at complete loss of words. What happened when Naruto threw that Rasen Shuriken? Sai wondered. It just sank into the enemy's body, and now, after a few seconds, Kakazu was nothing but dust. As Naruto looked down at his palm, "How much power do I really possess?" he asked himself. Suddenly, Naruto looked at Hidan's decapitated form as he saw Hidan's eye open. He then saw Hidan lock back his eye. "Kakashi, he's not dead, you know that." "What do you mean, Naruto?" asked Kakashi as he looked at Hidan, as he thought that once his head was decapitated, he would be done for. "Well, I guess he's truly immortal," Kakashi said as he took a good look at Hidan, as he saw Hidan's eye twitching, as Kakashi started to bring his hand down to make sure. Suddenly Hidan whipped open his eye as he bit after Kakashi's finger. "So you're not dead? I'm not dead, you pathetic bastard. Don't worry, even though I don't have a body, I will come and chew your face off," said Hidan. "I don't see that happening anytime," said Kakashi, as Sakura looked over as she couldn't believe it. The man was decapitated, but he was still talking and acting like normal. As Sai saw that this is the true bones of immortality. Naruto then walked over to Kakashi as his hand started to glow red. As he then leaned down, Hidan tried to bite off Naruto's finger, but Naruto grabbed his forehead as Naruto started to pump chakra into him. Suddenly, Hidan started to scream out in pain as he looked over at his body, as his body was being disintegrated. "What is this, kid? What is going on?" Hidan screamed out. "You're going to die," said Naruto with a smile on his face, as this brought Sakura at a complete shock, as Naruto was enjoying this, as she never saw this part of Naruto before, as she knew that something really happened that changed him when he was missing for 3 years. As Hidan then felt his neck up started to vanish, as he saw everything start to go black, as his one eye remained and then it vanished, as his whole body turned into dust. "Naruto, what was that?" asked Kakashi. "To tell you the truth, Kakashi-sensei, I don't know either," said Naruto as he looked down at his palm. "Well, I think it's time for us to go home," said Naruto. "So, this mission was a failure then," said Sai, as their original mission was to get Sasuke back. As Naruto thought that he was the reason why Sasuke left. The two of them was close, mainly best friends, and because of him leaving with the Otsutsukis, Sasuke didn't have anyone else, so he decided to turn over to pure darkness. "I must find him," Naruto said in his mind. "I must bring him back over to this side." "Well, the mission wasn't a complete failure," said Naruto. "We brought down 3 Akatsuki members," Naruto said with a smile. More like you brought down 3 Akatsuki members, said Kakashi. You have really gotten powerful, Naruto. Naruto just chuckled. Come on, let's go back now. As they started their journey back to the Leaf Village, as none of them noticed that Zetsu was there watching the whole thing as he recorded everything. Right now, Zetsu was with Pain as he was showing Pain everything that happened in the battle. As Pain saw the new Rinnegan and noticed the power that it possessed, that Naruto called a meteor from the sky. This kid is truly powerful, but it seems that he doesn't know how to control his power fully. And I can't allow that, said Pain. Yes, said Zetsu. Toby demanded that you go and get the 9 tails before he fully understands all of his ability and his power. Pain just nodded. The retrieval of the 9 tails started now as the 6 Pains headed off to Konoha. Meanwhile, Naruto and his team was currently walking back. As we skip a couple of hours, they were close to Konoha on the right path. Suddenly, Naruto felt something as he quickly turned around. What is it, Naruto? Asked Sakura. What is that? Naruto said as Kakashi and Sai turned their attention as well. As all of them focused as they saw something flying in the air, rushing towards Naruto. Naruto stood there as this thing started to pick up speed, incredible speed. As Naruto realized this was fast even for him, as the thing slammed right into him as the both of them dropped on the ground. Sakura and Sai and Kakashi quickly went into their fighting mode as they didn't know what the hell was going on. But then they saw something that confused them, as they saw a woman with long white hair as she had on a white robe. They couldn't see her face, but they could tell from the shape and the figure that it was a woman. As she grabbed on, she was holding Naruto, as Naruto was confused as well. What is going on? Naruto muttered as she started kissing him on the cheek. What the hell? Naruto asked himself. I have finally found you, Naruto, she said, as she then stood up and gave him a hand as she pulled him towards his feet. Who are you? Naruto said. Oh, I forgot the mark. Well, my name is Samantha Otsutsuki. Naruto then quickly jumped back as he took a fighting stance. You are one of them. I cannot believe I didn't recognize you at first. Those pale eyes and that white pale skin. You are one of them that took me away 3 years ago. No, Naruto, you're wrong. Why am I wrong? Naruto said. At this point, both Kakashi, Sakura, and Sai, they already separated from the girl as they were on their fighting stance to hear that she's a Otsutsuki and knowing that they're quite powerful. Well, Naruto, I can't really go over many details, but there's a lot of things you need to know. But I cannot tell you it all. Why? Why can't you tell me it all? Naruto asked. It's because... What is wrong? Speak up, said Naruto in a loud tone. You told me not to remember you. I told you not to remember me? Yes, you were the one. Why did I tell you that? Why in the world wouldn't I want my memories? So go on, tell me what happened in the 3 years I was gone. Well, for one thing, it wasn't 3 years. What do you mean it wasn't 3 years? The place you went after you was taken by Amara Otsutsuki, it wasn't 3 years. You were taken to a place that time is very different from this earth. It was more like 50 years. What? Said Naruto as he was confused at this point. What do you mean 50 years? Yes. To this place it was only 3 years, but you were gone for 50 long years, Naruto. 50 years? Naruto said as he dropped his guard, as Sakura, Sai, and Kakashi were all confused by this. I was gone for 50 years? Naruto then looked at her. So tell me something. If I was gone for 50 years, I would have been all wrinkly and old by now. So why do I still look the same? It's because you ate the divine fruit. The divine fruit? Naruto asked confused. Well, just say it's a fruit that put your life on pause, so you would still be the same age. But it has been 50 years. And why did you kiss me? Naruto asks as he put his hand on his cheek. Because we're married. You're my husband and I'm your wife. What? Said Sakura as she looked at the woman in front of her as she couldn't believe what the woman was saying. As Naruto was just dumbfounded as he didn't understand one bit. What the hell was going on? 50 years? Married? This cannot be true, Naruto said to himself. She then walked up to Naruto as he stuttered for a bit, but he then stopped as he felt no ill intention coming off of her. She then placed her hand on his forehead. What happened to this? She asked. How is it almost gone? Damn it, this is bad. This is really bad, she said as she held on to her head. Naruto then stepped back. What is so bad about this mark? It cannot vanish. If it all vanished, then you will regain your memory of what happened. What do you mean? Was it all that bad? Naruto, trust me, you don't want to remember. You are the one that put that on yourself. As you were in a state where you did so much things because of the person you lost. You did so much horrible things that you wouldn't want to remember. So please, you need to get that mark under check. We need to reseal it and make it whole again, because if it completely vanished, you will remember all of what happened back then. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next episode of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on that bell notifications they posted, remember shares to all of your friends on your social media platform, and go ahead and check out Naruto, the God of Shinobi, and enjoy. But for now, I'm out. Peace.